restrictions on assembly.
I'll be taking this.
This is London Calling. You're here with me, Tash.
Auto drive now
Your
enabled.
source for what they don't want you to know. In today's world, we've all had to get used to our every move being tracked by the optic on our temples, by the cameras around us, and with every click we make online. It seems like everything we do feeds the big data beast. Why are data giants like Blue so hungry to get hold of our private information and our metadata? What are they using it for? Will we ever have real private lives again? What is privacy in the digital world? And what happens when capitalism and space become one? As you know, we keep all things confidential. Speaking from a secure location,
Auto drive now disabled.
Charles, who worked all over the world trying to keep democracy strong in the face of a data assault.
If you have enough personal data on somebody, you're able to predict what it is that they're going to do. You can tell what they might be passionate about, but mostly you can tell what they fear. And if you can tell what
Auto
someone
drive
fears,
now enabled.
then you can manipulate them and you can move them in particular directions. Data is collected on citizens in every possible way. Data is collected through surveillance cameras. Data is collected from television sets. They don't even necessarily need to be super smart television sets. Data is collected from voter records. It's collected from how much power do you use in your house and how much water do you use in your house. In pre-crisis Britain, we got really used to all of our services being free. Everything suddenly became free that was digital. But what people forgot is that if you're not paying for it, then you're the product being sold.
If technology brings out the worst in capitalism, capitalism brings out the worst in technology. Senior academic Alfred tells us how big business works as big data.
Historically, what's happened, of course, is that people have traded their privacy for their convenience as smartphones and other kinds of technology came in and became mass consumed, mass used items and technological objects. Gradually, people were so attracted to the affordances of these technologies that privacy kind of retreated into the background and into the state we've got now, where it's essentially gone. Having this...
Here's where our friend witnessed the Albion crime. The security footage should still be on site.
Cool. I'll get the data. DedSec gonna art you up? Perfect.
Located the CDOS hub. Done.
CCTV footage coming right up. Do you see who we're looking for?
Yeah, there she is. Clearly identifiable too. If Albion saw this...
But I have it on very good authority.
Very good authority, so we write this down. That she owns not one, but two unlicensed fallopian tubes, whatever they are. They sound
I had a crypto for every time someone had reported my fallopian tubes. I'd have 3. So it converts to about 120,000 great British pounds in the old money.
We'll report back in the next episode about whether you're interested. But I love this system, Alice, and no more awkward, rumbling resentments with your neighbours, your colleagues, or what the heck, interrupting your family. You just dock them in and be done with it. But I guess it could backfire. I mean, the thing is with a family, inevitably parents and their children, they end up squabbling, and, you know, today's Britain, your kids are going to dob you in, so you might as well get in there first and preemptively counter-dob them in to the authorities. What's that number again? Let's call them up again. Hey, I've got someone else. It's my son. Next door was in Norwich. He never tidies his bedroom. He gets up late. He listens to illegal, non-government sanctioned music and is covertly plotting with downfall of the government, the restoration of true democracy. Thank you.
Just define all your household chores as patriotic. And if they fail to do them, tell them in.
Problem solved.
If you don't do the washing up, do you even want a clean British estate?
This is the bug on the Buccaneer. Well, before we go today, Alice, let's delve into what we most miss about the old days. I'm going to kick off with the flag. I never thought I missed the old Union Jack, but somehow our new flag managed to be even more irritating than that. I don't know quite what it is, if it's the new colour scheme, or if it's just that it symbolises the mess of everything we have told here. But that flag...
There's quite a few Albion goons in the server room. Either the perpetrators beat us here, or you've just stumbled on a fascist book club.
Not good.
We're probably not the only ones after this evidence. You'll have to beat them to it.
What's this shite?
Someone's down! Fucking hell.
Any luck yet? Drone, perform a search.
It could be anywhere. Shit! Got a body! Any sign of the target? Moving on, there's nothing here. You'd better hide.
Suspect is still here. Such.
Let's do this.
I'll back you up.
There's the terminal. You can do the intrusion there. This will trigger a heavy security response. I grabbed the evidence from the server and scrubbed the local copy. No way they'll identify.
Hey, it's dead set. We got that footage you were worried about. You could say it's Albion's problem now.
Thank Christ, I thought my days were numbered. I owe you.
So, do you want to fight? Not me, just in general. For DedSec.
Fine. I'm in.
Hostile in your area received. Responding to the situation now.
On everybody. They collect information about everything you're doing across the web through your optic headset. Isn't the AI only good because of Bloom surveillance?
Well, I suppose so, but I prefer not to talk about that side of things.
Where did they
Bagley
go?
is so special because it's been trained on this huge cache of information. That's how these AI systems work, or at least used to work. I mean, we don't really know that much about the latest version because there's so much secrecy around the tech. But they're given this huge amount of training data. It's basically a huge database that's used to teach the AI about patterns in behavior. You know, so if you always travel the same way to your house, it can predict when you're going to go and get a self-driving car ready for you before you even ask for it.
That's pretty terrifying. In some ways, I don't want this data to drive my life. It understands too much at times. Have you heard some of the rumours around the hacked version of Bagley?
I've heard mutterings, yes.
I've heard it's been used by DedSec.
I wouldn't put it past them. It's pretty well known that they're not fans of Bloom. But the idea of a souped-up version Bagley, given it's already so intelligent, is a bit terrifying.
I wonder what they could actually make it do.
Recent revelations of ministers purchasing £25,000 desks and £11,000 printers have caused a public outcry. Join us on GPB as we examine these and other extravagant expenses administration officials have been charging the public.
Sitting comfortably? No? Good. That's as it should be. This is The Bug. I'm Andy, and joining me to analyse the latest blowflies that emerged from the courts of White's Free Britain, it's Alan.
Hello, Andy.
And today, we're going to talk to you about Albion, your friends in mine. Alice, the government has extended Albion's contract.
Violent crime has plummeted to a record low. Now, extending Albion's contract, to me, that's like having a pet dog, let's call it Nigel for the sake of argument, that attacks you every single day and thinking to yourself, wouldn't it be nice if Nigel had puppies?
That contract has been extended so many times, it's like the neck of a politician that's criticised the government.
I'm not sure entirely how those contract extension negotiations went, probably like a footballer. In the old days, I assume Albion's agent was leaking stories to the press about how our favourite private militia was being tapped up by Barcelona. The government panics and thinks, well, we better get them signed. But still, honest side, record low. Although I imagine that probably depends exactly how you count it. If you include violent crime committed by the state, either themselves or via Albion, their chosen violent crime contractors, who provide such a very valuable bargain service of beating people up. Well, it's probably not quite as low as the figures suggest.
I think they're probably right. Society.
I want to know the details of the contracts. Alice, I mean, are they paid per dissident?
All units, possible suspect or suspects reported news location.
What is that?
Received. Let's keep this by the book,
They're
over.
trying to hit a quota of some kind.
What is the set rate? Is it 99.95 cryptos bargain? Seems very reasonable indeed. I imagine they don't last too much anyway. Because It's so nice to get paid for doing your hobby
see
anyway.
the suspect?
It doesn't even feel like work.
I mean, who needs violent crime anymore anyway? You know, you can just starve to death without even starting a gang war.
We do have to ask exactly what the Prime Minister makes of this. Let's ask him. Oh, I hope they pick up. Hello, you're from 10 Downing Street. Hello, is the Prime Minister there, please? Let me just check. Sorry, you've missed him. I'm afraid he's popped out for the decade. Oh, never mind. Is there anyone else I can talk to? Yes, of course. There's a shady cabal of vested interests who control...
All units, disengage. Suspect has disappeared.
Oh, Annie, remember when you could get away with prank calls without people coming around to your house to beat the shit out of you? You're listening to The Bug.
Did you think the Prime Minister will ever come back?
I don't think we've ever had a Prime Minister.
Well, that's a much more reassuring way of looking at it. What have we become? Alice, really look at the state of our politics. We're supposed to have the Mother of Parliament.
Located the CTOS hub.
If you were listening to this, it means you want to learn more about 404. Know what we know. Do what we do. Make your way to the Walkie Talkie Club.
He just become a homeopathic Britain, diluted and diluted until there's barely a trace of the original Britain left. But some quackish lunatics insist it actually works better that way. It's total bullshit. Is there anything left? New on the Bug this week, a new feature, the Bug Off feature. The person who was most irritated in Britain this week, we're going to tell to bug off, and to get things going, I'm going to nominate Big Nigel Cass. Look, this is Britain. History tells us this place is a bastion of freedom. I'm just not sure that that kind of freedom should involve Big Nigel expressing his freedom to run a private army. I guess, historically, there is a precedent, the East India Company. That was a trading house with an army of 250,000 soldiers, which is a lot for a company. The Butler PLC has Alice with a water pistol, but crucially, compared with Albion, the East India Company didn't operate its quarter of a million strong army in London. It did it a long way away, out of sight, out of mind. Anyone to nominate for the Bug Off, Alice?
I think today's Bug Off for me goes to my streaming service. I'm sick of being recommended things based on things I already like. The other day it recommended me to watch a reality TV competitive dating show set in a nude commune. Andy, I watched it and I liked it, and I do not want to be the kind of person who enjoys nude competitive reality television dating shows. I did not want to know that about myself. I have to go sit in the corner and cry.
That's it from The Bug. Don't forget the live show that is so secret it is definitely not happening at the usual time and place this month. Definitely not. And definitely do not tell anyone not to come to it. It's definitely not happening. Usual time and place. Bye-bye.
You're listening to The Bug.
By now you must have reached 20 Fenchurch Street, the Walkie Talkie Club.
Brought to you by the Buccaneer Network. I'm Andy, joining me, as always, Alice.
I'm excited to be here. Apparently, the resistance is not going well.
Again? Well, there has been some news about DedSec, the resistance and/or terrorist organisation, at least according to reference. Not reference.
Suspects reported near your location.
Investigating. Stand by. Control, I've lost the target.
Can I get an ETA?
Out of the way! Target is long gone. Disengage. Over and out.
Whoa.
Yeah, get in my bubble now.
You have arrived at the Walkie Talkie Club, where those with more...
open?
Requesting subject retrieval. Okay. Right. Yes. Waiting for further instructions. Over. Yeah. Copy that.
Hey mate, are you ready to wake up from this dystopian nightmare or what?
Oh, you're with DedSec. Oh, that's brill. I actually need your help with something.
Sure, maybe.
What? Who's this for?
I spend too much time online. You're gonna start with this too. You're gonna needle me about this.
I used to think Clan Kelly was okay because they would help people with the money to come into the country. But then I
Do the
found
dishes,
out that
clean the sink.
hate putting Mary Kelly on the back burner while she continues to destroy lives with those microchips, but for now... You've no choice.
Then perhaps it's time to have a closer look at the elephant in the room. Nigel Cass, billionaire warmonger and current CEO of our local horde of thugs, Albion PMC.
Cass certainly profited most from the bombings. We can inspire London to resist from now till forever, but it's still what...
Let's spin the wheel and find out where we're getting today's news from. Here, it's coming from here. I must get a new wheel at least one other place on it. And the headline today, Alice, our borders are safe. We can all sleep easy in our well-bordered beds. 4,000 illegals were deported last month. These illegal people breaking the law just by existing. And of course, illegality is contagious. It can osmose through your skin just by standing next to an illegal person. So we've got rid of 4,000 of them. My question for you, Alice, is why only 4,000? Is that really enough? I will not feel safe until at least another 75 million people have been deported from this country, and I'm here in Britain on my own.
As a bleeding heart lefty, Andy, I would normally be outraged about this, but really I think mass deportation is a very handy way to break up with a partner. I'm sorry, baby, I love you, but an anonymous source has reported you for snoring really loudly in a freakish way.
So, everyone out. No exceptions. Alice, not even you. It's for the good of the country. Everyone out. Unless you can prove that your family are in the background on the Bayeux Tapestry cheering on King Harold at the Battle of Hastings in 1066. Get out. Actually, that's not British enough. Unless you can show, unarguably, that your direct bloodline is untainted by anything since before the Romans. Actually, scratch that. Unless your direct ancestor was personally responsible for building Stonehenge, get out of my country. I guess when you look at it, you know, the best way is to stop immigration, apart from, obviously, the people come to as unpleasant as possible.
Well, we absolutely are doing that, Andy.
Well, fair play to the government for helping us with that. Another option, extend the White Cliffs of Dover. They've been resting on their laurels for too long. Very inefficient, it turns out.
Right, let's talk about Albion PMC, the only British organisation to successfully oppress more of the developing world than the British government, led by Nigel Cass, a man the partisan media calls a charismatic visionary, and Amnesty International calls a war criminal. Albion was given the key to the city to re-establish order following the bombings.
Which is suspicious timing, if you ask me.
It took some doing, but I've narrowed down the area.
How are you doing? I hope you don't mind me getting sick.
What about your sis? Is she on it?
Can Kelly's been sending a ton of crypto to an unknown party in Cairo. Something to do with Kronos X.
That's that new drug, right? after that. Not in this.
Due to heightened criminal activity, pedestrians at night may be at risk.
No, Andy, I didn't hear that
Control to all units. Possible hostiles near your location.
For those of you unfamiliar with
Monitoring for unusual activity.
of course, where so many of our guests to Britain.
Through the checkpoint. Repeat, suspect is through the checkpoint.
You're listening to the bar. I will conclude by saying that of all the things wrong with Britain today, I think immigration is right up there, Alice. When you think of all the health professionals who've studied from overseas over the years in Britain, it's quite possible that all these people are just coming here to try to get an appointment with their local doctor.
Yes, Andy, certainly someone who came from the expanded arm of the empire when Britain was still reaching out rather than folding in on itself. Most of us just come here to visit our stuff in the museums.
It's the British way.
Speaking of international movement, Britain has recalled all European ambassadors after a spy scandal. I think this is probably a good thing, because British foreign politicians are always putting their foot in their mouths. How much worse can they do if they're not there? I mean, by definition, the fact that there's a spy scandal means that they were terrible spies.
Control,
The point
put
of
out an
spies is that there's
APW.
never a spy
Target is
scandal.
gone.
Yeah, but let's give credit to all the spies that haven't been in scandals and therefore might as well not exist.
Well, they've arrested those German spies in that SIRS crackdown on the illegals in Hackney, and I think that's a sad thing. I think I used to think of Germans as quite scary, but that was because I've been watching World War II movies where the Germans all have English accents. They speak in that very precise way. It's very, we have ways of making you talk, and now Germans all have that American accent where it's all like, oh, welcome to the party. We're having a really nice time. Much friendlier Germans. Let them stay.
Well, that's all today, youngsters. Remember, it's not as bad as it seems. Honestly. I hope. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Market dips, shares roller coasters, cryptocurrency. There are those who like to speculate to accumulate, and those who just want to make sure their money is safe. Lane Bank has been offering loans, savings and mortgages since we were founded in...
I've taken the liberty of perusing the shipping manifests. Clan Kelly took possession of 3 crates originating from Cairo.
Crates of Cronus X, I bet. Let's smash them.
About that, the crates have some kind of trap mechanism that releases nerve gas when tampered with. Surprisingly creative security measure. Normally they rely on burly lads with sacks of doorknobs.
Bro, do whatever we want to them, just don't touch them. Watch me go.
Anyone else hear that?
Bloody fuck off! That's your one car.
Hello, Mrs. Kelly. This is Mr. Forster, curator at London Museum. Yes, we spoke previously about the artifacts your team has found on the Finsbury grounds. The board has deliberated, and we've decided to accept your offer of protecting the artifacts for us in exchange of a monthly fee from the museum.
Activity will result in arrest. Halt! Failure to comply will result in forceful intervention. Surrender yourself. Failure to comply will result in extreme measures. Cease and desist, or you will be restrained. Combat will engage. Engaging hostile target.
All right, let's hurry.
That'll make the streets marginally cleaner. Get out of there. Well, the supply is taken care of, but the... This is the shipyard where Clan Kelly received the...
Right, let's spread out and look. Drone, begin search.
Suspect reported in your area, potentially armed and hostile.
Received. We are trailing the target. Drones deployed to arrest the suspect.
Negative. No visual of the suspect.
Search has yielded no results. Report back to HQ.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of The Upload. We're talking about the optic and how it's changed our lives. Now, as you remember, Bloom announced a new version of the optic at the recent Tone conference, but we haven't heard too much about that since due to the dramatic events there. Let's cast our minds back and consider the technology. I mean, the optic changed everything. It lets you see things in AR. You no longer need a smartphone. You just have a small implant that sends signals to your optic nerve and lets you see your emails, take calls, and browse the internet directly as if the screen was in front of your eyes. Instead of having to carry around a phone, you've just got the small handheld unit. So much lighter and so much more convenient. It's great.
Vicky, you sound like you absolutely love the optic. Do you actually think that it's made our lives any better?
I mean, sure, it's definitely made things a lot easier. It's so simple to call someone now. All you have to do is choose who you want to chat to and they're there, ready to talk. And browsing the web is so much easier. I remember when you used to have to sit down at a computer with an actual keyboard and mouse and type everything out. And my favourite feature is public transport. With the optic, you can just walk straight onto the tube. It even acts as a passport. No longer do I have to dig around and try and find my old paper passport just to travel somewhere. Also, I thought that Optic's marketing strategy, making it free for people, was a stroke of genius.
Genius? Bloom, was really calculated when it was doing that. It was pushing this draconian device on us at all. Sure, everybody flocked to it. There was free Wi-Fi and phone plans. That definitely helped, but it wasn't a case of this is a product that you need in your life.
Why do you hate it so much?
It's just the worst because you had to give up your privacy expectations and accept surveillance. It was almost like the government and Bloom didn't even need to make the optic mandatory. Making it mandatory was only to get the last holdouts across the line. If free data didn't convince you, fines and arrests from the state for not having the optic.
You should be able to find Abby Tran somewhere nearby. Time to put an end to Abby Tran's dealings with Clan Kelly. Take her out.
Spread out!
Yeah, this car's good. Let's keep looking.
We need to find that fucker!
Oh, they're gone! Well, I feel like a right knob!
Huh? What was that?
You can give up now, you know?
Your teammate is en route to hospital, where they'll be for the...
Hooray! Another friend to raise hell with. Welcome to...
You should be able to find Abby Tran somewhere nearby. You should be able to find Abby Tran somewhere nearby.
Child's play. This is exactly why I was recruited.
Time to put an end to Abby Tran's dealings with Clan Kelly. Take her out. Abby Tran won't be brokering any drug shipments in that state.
Great work. Kronos X was on the verge of becoming a huge problem. You've saved lives by keeping it off the streets.
And we've cut off Clan Kelly from their supplier.
Going to read! Shots fired!
Somebody kill them!
I'm taking some heat on here!
Dropping frag grenade!
Right. Your teammate won't be completing their operation so much as they'll be needing one.
Oh, that's awful. Send them some sweets or something, Bags.
Fuck me!
Track them down.
Spread out. Find that spot. This is gonna hurt, mate.
Hey, you!
Wounded the fucker. Watch out for the spider drone. Oh! No. I'll look this way.
Another area. What is bound? Go!
For those of you who are listening who are lucky enough not to be here in London's chaotic scenes, it's worth remembering that the telecoms tower is now owned by Bloom. The tower looms over northwest London. It's always been a communications hub. As part of the UK's television and communications network, although there's been some secrecy around its use, and now that Bloom owns it, it's only even more secret.
Yeah, now everything that's part of Bloom's city surveillance operation is run through the telecoms tower. And I have to say, it looks completely ridiculous. It's got that silly crown thing at the top and all the blue light.
What's that even about? What does it do? I don't see that there's any purpose to that at all.
It's a blight on the skyline, if you ask me, and it's become the main control for millions of people. The system network and Bagley are both operating as Don't forget about the self-driving cars.
Papa Charlie Food Street, all is well in prosperous Everest.
All right, you got.
All units, I repeat, all units. We have reports of a hostile in your area. Over.
Control, we've received the call, over.
You asked for it.